Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. This is why we prepare, ladies and gentlemen, because what happens in other states and in other countries can certainly affect us. Texas Agriculture Commissioner issues red alert for food supply chain. We're looking at a food supply chain problem like we've never seen before, even with the health crisis. Texas Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller said, "Farmers and ranchers across Texas are having to waste millions of dollars of product," according to Sid Miller. Miller issued a statewide warning Tuesday for the agricultural community and Texas food supply chain. As Texas Agriculture Commissioner, I'm issuing a red alert regarding agriculture and our food supply chain here in the state of Texas. Farmers and ranchers are seeing devastating effects from the cold weather on livestock, feed, and agricultural products. I'm getting calls from farmers and ranchers across the state reporting that the interruptions in electricity and natural gas are having a devastating effect on their operations. Some dairy operations have been forced to dump $8 million worth of milk every day because the plants that process the milk don't have any power. He also said one of the main items grocery stores aren't getting is their dairy products. Store shelves are already empty. We're looking at a food supply chain problem like we've never seen before. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why we prepare. Take heed to this warning, especially if you live in an area of the country that is not being affected by this. Eventually it will catch up to us in one way or another, but take the time now to make sure that you have all of the gaps in your preps filled in. And if you're not prepped, if you're not preparing, this is probably a very good time to start before everyone catches on to the fact, ladies and gentlemen. This is not an opinion. This is a fact that we need to be prepared for anything. When you purchase things, make sure that you purchase things that add value to your life. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is another reason to prepare. Just imagine, consider this. I know that it's a long shot, but just imagine if everyone, every household had a small generator. Just a small generator, nothing huge, no 10 kilowatt or 12 kilowatt generator, just a little 2,000 watt generator. What could you do with that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this. I know that whatever type of heating system you have in your home, as long as it's not a full electric heating system, that pulls way too much wattage. But what I'm saying is, for example, I have a Toyo stove that heats my house here in Alaska. It only requires a maximum of about 400 watts, and that's while it's starting. If people have a forced air system where they have a furnace that runs, let's say, on gas or heating fuel or something like that, but requires electricity in order to force the hot air throughout your house, that usually doesn't require a lot of electricity. Now, in order to keep the basics on in your home, for example, the power to power your heater, the power to power your refrigerator, and to keep some lights on, would probably consume less than 2,000 watts or 1,500 watts to do those basic things that you need in order to keep your home from getting destroyed by bursting water pipes and things like that. It's going on all over in Texas. Houses are being destroyed because the water pipes are bursting in the walls and all this kind of stuff. If you just had a 1,600 watt generator that could at least power your heat and your refrigerator and a few lights, you would be good. Now imagine if everyone had one of those and had a 10 or 15 gallons of gasoline put away, or even better, if they had a dual fuel generator that would use propane. We're not talking about a $10,000 investment here. We're talking about $500 to $1,000 investment. That's what I mean about buying things that add value to your life instead of spending it on things that you forget about a month after you buy them. Everyone would be so much better off if they had a small generator. Texas woman's power bill soars by $6,000 during freezing winter. Mrs. Amos said the February power bill for her 4-bedroom home in Texas typically comes around $40 for the month, ladies and gentlemen. This storm system that has just hit has brought her bill to $450, not for the month of February, but for just one day. Just for one day. Her electrical provider, Griddy, offered a $200 credit and instructed her to cancel her account. So that's what the electric provider has to do for them. They're like, well, yeah, sorry, that's your bill for one day. You know, it's 11 times bigger than it normally is, but we'll give you a credit. Now it's only 6 times bigger than what it normally is. And go ahead and cancel your account if you don't like it. That's the world we live in, ladies and gentlemen. That's why you have to protect yourselves. I've said it so many times that when the S hits the fan, there ain't nobody gonna come to help you. If you haven't helped yourself, if you don't have family and community around you so that you can help each other out, no one else is going to come to help you. Miss Amos went on to say that she was still in more than $200 in debt after the $200 credit that they gave her, and she struggled to find another power company that would immediately replace Griddy, which is her current company. She says she won't be able to switch over until next Monday at the earliest. And I'm just wondering here that what really makes her think that it's going to be any different with any other power company. You know, and I go back again, ladies and gentlemen. Could you just imagine if she had a small generator that instead of spending $450 for one day's worth of electricity, that she could have just turned off everything in her house, gone onto that small generator, power the essentials, and it might have cost her $450 for the entire month in gasoline. More than likely a lot less than that. She says that her account meter with Griddy has now climbed over $6,000. She said her heat has been set to 62 degrees and her family is using electricity only to charge phones and tablets. She says that she's still with Griddy, and she told the Daily News on Thursday that she expressed concerns about Texans who have lost power completely. It's not just me that's dealing with it, she says. Widespread power outages that first struck Texas over the weekend continued to affect some customers into Thursday. And to end it off, ladies and gentlemen, on Thursday, Griddy said on an automated note for customers, of course, prices are looking to stay at record rates over the next couple of days due to the polar vortex. Your well-being is more important than our bottom line. Unless you are a Griddy energy saving expert, we recommend you immediately switch to another provider. Wow, isn't that something? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that just goes to prove that we're on our own. When these things happen, we are on our own and we can only count on community and families. Have a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to be good to each other, because when good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Say a prayer for Texas and for our nation as well. Heck, let's go ahead and throw humanity in there as well. Many blessings to all of your families. This is Alaska Prepper. I'm out.